Wanted to load it up long. Double coverage on Brown. And
he's inbounds. He might go. 99 yards.
Flicker action. Tannehill taking a chance towards the end zone, and it is caught. A.J. Brown.
Tannehill will take it all the way. They won't catch him. Goodbye.
What is going on, Titans Nation and NFC fans that are watching this video? It's Titans Universe here to give you my NFC playoff predictions. Now, like I said in the last video, this is not a rankings of who I think is the best team in the NFC. It's a prediction on how I saw their schedules going and how I think they will rank because of their schedules. So the number one seed in this video may not necessarily be the best team, or it could possibly be the best team. It's all in opinion based. If y'all think the number one seed is the best team, or if you think the number 7 seed could be the best team, that's up to you. This is just how I think it'll go based on their schedules. I also want to point out that there are teams that are blatantly better than other ones, so that's going to play a factor in this video. I'm not going to ignore it and act like it's not going to. So yeah, let's get into some honorable mentions. Ranking at number 9, I got the New Orleans Saints. Now with the Saints, it's a bit tricky. You don't know their quarterback situation. You don't know how good Jameis Winston is going to be or Taysom Hill. I got them going 9-8, and the fact that I got them to 9 wins is just because I think they have more talent around them. Like, their team is really talented, but I just don't know what the quarterback situation is, so I went with a safe 9-7. I gave them wins that they should win, and I gave them losses that they should lose, because I really I can't tell how to be bold with this team, so I'm not going to be bold. So 9-7 is the record that I came up with when looking at their schedule. 9-8. Now, ranking at number 8 and just barely missing the playoffs for me, we got the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers have already proven that they can win with Jimmy Garoppolo, so I'm not worried about that. And they were pretty injured last year. I know kind of where to put the 49ers. If they're all healthy, then I'm going to bank that they're going to be a pretty solid defense with a good run game. But they do have a pretty tough division, so that's why I have them at 10-7. Their schedule isn't a breeze. They do have to play the Cardinals and Seahawks twice. They have to play the Bears and the Titans and the Colts. They also have to play the Rams twice. I have the Seahawks sweeping them. I have them beating the Titans, losing to the Colts. I have them splitting with the Cardinals, and I have them splitting with the Rams. I also have them losing to the Cowboys and the Bears. So that puts them at 10-7 and just barely missing the playoffs due to a tiebreaker for my next team, which, branching off to that, at number 7, I have the Chicago Bears. I think the Chicago Bears has one of the best defenses in the league, and I do think that their offense has really good potential, and I do think Justin Fields has a really high ceiling, higher ceiling than the other quarterbacks that I've named on the Saints, and more than Jimmy Garoppolo. But that's just my opinion. I feel like Justin Fields is the quarterback that the Bears have been waiting for. And I think that early on in the season, the Bears are going to struggle, and they're going to bench Andy Dalton kind of like they did with Mike Glennon. And Justin Fields is going to come in, and I'm pretty high on Justin Fields, and I think they're going to do pretty good and go 10-7 and win a tiebreaker against the 49ers and making the playoffs by a hair. Now going into my 6th seed, who I also have winning a tiebreaker by the former team, the Los Angeles Rams. Now that the Los Angeles Rams have Matthew Stafford, a really good quarterback, arguably, I think that they have what they need to be a pretty good team. Now, looking over their schedule, it is not easy at all. They got to face the Bears, the Colts, the Bucks, the Cardinals twice, the Seahawks twice. They got to face the Titans, the 49ers, the Packers. They also got to face the Ravens. This is just not an easy schedule for the Rams. Like I could try to give them one more win, but in good consciousness, I can only give them around 10-7 because they are some really hard teams that they play. Like for me, potentially 8 playoff teams are in the Los Angeles Rams schedule. The fact that they made the playoffs with this schedule means that I think they're a pretty good team. I actually think they're the most well-rounded team in their division, but I do not have them winning their division due to having the hardest schedule in their division. Now to talk about my 5th seed, the Arizona Cardinals. I think people are sleeping on the Arizona Cardinals this year. They have a really good team. They actually have a really good offense. It could be the best offense in the league. They have DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers in the league. They got Kyler Murray, who was a pretty good quarterback last year. A.J. Green, who was a former #1 wide receiver and arguably top 5 wide receiver in the past. They also have Larry Fitzgerald, who is solid as a number 3. They got Kenyon Drake, who went off last year. Like, their offense is pretty good on paper. And their defense is pretty good as well. Just acquiring J.J. Watt, having arguably one of the best safeties in the league. And y'all know how these potential quarterbacks burst out on their second year. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I think Kyler Murray is going to have a similar year. The Cardinals are a very scary team to face. And I have them at 11-6. So yeah, I have the Cardinals 5th seed, 11-6. Due to tiebreaker, don't have them winning the division. And the team I do have winning their division is the Seattle Seahawks, coming at 12-5. The reason why I have the Seattle Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals in winning this division, even though I think the Cardinals are a better team than the Seahawks, is because the Seahawks have a winning mentality. They know how to win. And they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So that's what gives me the tiebreaker, is because when it comes down to it, if the Seahawks versus the Cardinals, I trust the Seahawks to win over the Cardinals simply because they just know how to win. They've been pulling out stuff like this for years. So I have the Seahawks 12-5, and I have them as the 4th seed. Coming in at number 3, and a team that I always seem to be high on every year and get disappointed, and I'm going to do it again. We have the Dallas Cowboys, and I got them going 13-4. Dallas Cowboys on paper should be a really good team. Yeah, their defense is a little lackluster, but the Seattle Seahawks can win with a bad defense. The Titans can win with a bad defense. The Cowboys have the schedule to win their division. I mean, look at their division. They're obviously the best team in their division. And looking over their schedule is really easy. Like 13 wins isn't a stretch. Like, I can put them 16-0. That's how easy their schedule is. But I got them at 13-4 and winning the NFC East and putting them at the number 3 seed. Now, going to the number 2 seed, we have the Green Bay Packers. And I gotta say, their schedule is pretty easy as well. Like, I got them losing to the Bears once, I got them losing to the Cardinals, and I got them losing to the 49ers. And those are upsets. Like, I think they're better than every team on their schedule. So the fact that I have them at 14-3, I just really think that some of these teams are going to surprise, especially the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to surprise some people, and I have the Packers losing to the Cardinals. And I have them going 14-3 as the number 2 seed. And coming in at the number 1 seed, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. At the beginning of this video, I said that the number 1 seed necessarily doesn't mean that they're the best team. I kind of lied. I think the Buccaneers is better than every team in the NFL. And looking over their schedule, I was just saying, nah, that team can't beat them. That team can't beat them. Nope. Struggling to give them actual losses with this schedule as well. I got them losing to the Bears and the Bills simply because the Bears have a great defense. And I think the Bears are going to have a good enough offense to kind of upset the Bucs. And the Bills have a really good offense, and I think they have a pretty solid defense. I think they could upset the Bucs. Really, I could give the Cowboys an upset over the Bucs, but I gave the Cowboys their record simply because their schedule is easy. I really don't know what the Cowboys are going to do. So I got the Bucs going 15-2. Like, they have a really good defense, and they have a really good offense. Like, this is the most well-rounded team in the NFC, easily. 3 number 1 wide receivers, a really good running back, a top 5 defense, Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, how can I not put them over everybody? This was the only team that I put over everybody simply because I think they're the best. All the other ones were just because of the schedule. But when I looked over the Bucs' schedule, simply because I think they're so good, it was hard for me to give them any losses. But I did give them some upset losses. So yeah, my number 1 seed is the Bucs. So that is my NFC playoff predictions. I'm going to be doing a Super Bowl prediction video soon to kind of wrap up my AFC, NFC predictions. I'm going to be doing brackets. And yeah, give my thoughts on who wins the Super Bowl. And people can hold me to it and call me out after the end of the season and just say that I'm a dumbass. Because it's probably what's going to happen, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just predicting. If y'all took this video to heart, I'm sorry. I'm a guy just doing stuff, to be honest. Alright, I'm gonna get off of here. This is Titans Universe, signing out. Peace.